This conference will now be recorded.
I have now shared my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you. And we are going to start with our session now. So let me take down the notes and also my. So we have to complete this session by this week, this particular points. Okay, and I will request everyone to keep their notes with yours. Okay, and if there is anything you want to ask, please stop me in between whenever you want. Okay, so now we are going to start with our session. So what we need to do? Okay, we have till yet. Let me revise. Today is our 16th of December, and on 16th of December, this is our third class. Okay, and till yet, what we have done? Let's see. We have created a org structure. Okay, a consolidation company, and over here we have five companies. Okay, one, two, three, four, and then five. Okay, and here we have our consolidation plus elimination company. So due to this, we have to create seven legal entities. Okay, and the company name is C001, and I hope you have now environment access and you are able to access D365 Finance and Operations in your machine. If not, do let me know. Okay, and let's get started now. So what we have done, where are we right now? Okay, we have to cover few things now. Firstly, we will set up our first company and we will see how we can copy all these setups, all these configurations to another company. Whenever you are going to work with D365 Finance and Operations, okay, you have to take care of one particular point. What is that particular point? 1 minute here. Bhai. So whenever you are working with D365 for finance and operations, you have to remember one thing in a particular way that everything whatever you are doing the configuration should be done in your mind that it is going to consolidate. Okay, so that's why today whatever I will do the configuration setups, I will take care of the consolidation plus elimination. Okay, because this is the core key concept where you guys have to work on. Okay, so let's see. There are few points which are important. Okay, so the first one is the system admin module. Under the system administration module, what you did, you created your user. Okay, and after the user is created, you went to the org admin module where you have prepared your legal entity. Okay, now against the legal entity, we have to start with our GL configuration. GL configuration is common for all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all legal entities or n number of entities wherever you will go. Okay, so general ledger module and inside the general ledger module there are few things which is important. One is our currency. Okay, second one is our fiscal. Third one is our currency, fiscal calendar, chart of accounts, CAO, and then we have the account structure. Then we have to decide the financial dimensions also. Okay, so in all the different companies or different products, these keywords will be different, but the process, if you understand the whole process, it will be similar. Okay, and it will help you. Okay, so let's first decide the currency. Okay, currency will be decided as per the consolidation company, in which company you want to consolidate, or the basic rule is where the main company resides on. Okay, so let's say for example Coke resides in US. So in all the currency, we have two types of currencies in D365 Finance and Operations. One is the accounting currency and one is the reporting currency. what is accounting currency, what is reporting currency, what is difference between them. So see here what happens now. You Our D365 finance and operations has all the currencies. Okay, either it is your you say it USD, you say see whatever. Okay, so this currency is maintained over here. You go to the general ledger module, and inside the general ledger module you will find out the currencies form. So on the currencies form, these are the currencies. So on this currency you will see this is the all the currencies which are available to you without creating any new or this data import or export. Okay, this is by default provided by the system to you. Okay, the currency code will be provided, name will be provided. There is a rounding rules. If you want, you have a currency gender and you have electronic invoices also against a particular single one-to-one mapping also for a particular currency if you want to do. However, this is only asked by me in one of the interview only. Okay, I have never used that the rounding rule for a particular currency will be different, or for sales order will be different, purchase order will be different. But yes, it is given by the functionality, so you should remember it. Okay, the rounding rules are majorly defined at the general ledger parameter. After the ledger form, we will come to the general ledger parameters form. For now, this is the currency, and if I go to my legal entity, so if you can go to our legal entity either by typing the code from here and clicking on the enter on the URL, or you can simply click on this 4-digit keyword USMF. This will also open up a ledger table. Okay, the legal entity table. Okay, after clicking on the arrow, and then you can simply select on which you want to go. Okay, so now my currency is completed. So I was talking about the accounting and the reporting currency. What is the accounting currency and what is the reporting currency? Let's say, for example, Coke is in we are we basically we all are from India, right? So our currency is rupee. It is better that wherever we will go, okay, our reporting currency will always be rupee. Okay, because our government understands rupee better, है ना, instead of USD or anything. So what you can do, but you can't restrict all the companies. One company is in UK, one company is in US. You can't say that, okay, I will not accept your dollar, I will accept only INR. Go and change the currency. No, it is not like that. That's why what we do, we have a concept of accounting currency, the currency in which the local entity is working on. So that means for UK, what it will be GBP. But reporting currency, as the company resides in US, so you can mark it as dollar USD. Similarly for second one, this is for US. Here it will be dollar, and the reporting currency will be same. Okay. Similarly, third company, if it is in, let's say for example, it is in UAE, so it is AED, dirham, and then you have your reporting currency as USD. Okay, so let's go and define these parts in all the four companies. Okay, so what I will do, basically I will duplicate 5 tabs over here. Okay, and in all the 5 tabs, I will do the configuration. Why I am doing manual configuration, you can ask me. Is there any way out in which you can import the data directly from your Excel sheet? Yes, that is also possible. For that, what we need to do, we need to go for the DMF. Okay, so data management framework, that I will show you. Okay, you need not to do configuration one by one. You can simply copy paste it. Okay, the configurations can be copy pasted. Okay, so now this is done, है ना? So I have now 5 companies, and what I will do, I will go over here and I will go to the general ledger module. Inside the general ledger module, the first form, you guys all in every company, it is a global rule that you are going to configure the configure the ledger form. Okay, so the ledger form, meanwhile let me check one thing. Okay, all of us have joined. No. Okay, so I think one of the guys not joined. So, okay. Now we were asking about the accounting currency and the reporting currency. So this is the accounting currency, this is the reporting currency. This is C001. C001 was in US. So what I will do, I will simply type USD, and reporting currency also will be USD. Okay. Then second thing, you come over here, you type the C002 and enter. And C002, see, this is this MI matlab this is your URL, this is your company code, this is your ledger form. Okay, MI means menu item. Okay, menu item of ledger means at the back end. Little bit technical, you also should remember, not much, but whenever a form is opened, I opened a form, right? This is a menu item. Okay, this is general ledger parameter. It will help you out to understand. See, then I need not to go to over here. I can simply type ledger and press enter. Okay, so this menu item is equals to ledger. We are now in the ledger form. Else you can simply click on the module, you can click on the general ledger, and then simply go to the ledger form. Okay, instead of this, firstly let me hmm. So C002 currency defined. C002, what is the company in the code? The company code is UAE. So UAE accounting currency is dirham. So dirham AED. Okay. Reporting currency is USD. Okay. And then C3. C3 was in UK. So UK means we are going to go with the ledger form. Where is our ledger? General ledger module. You can search also. You can type over here ledger. Hmm. See, the ledger form will open from the search bar. Okay. So AD USD. Third one is our hmm. So it is actually taking time. So let's go from here only. But if you search from here, it will come to this for particular form only. Okay. Now C3 was in UK. So what is the UK? UK is GBP, Great Pound Britain. Uh, okay, pounds. Then USD is the currency. Okay. Now fourth one. Fourth one is our C004. Enter. And C005 also. Enter. Okay. Go to the general ledger module. Go to the ledger form. And on the ledger form, edit it and check what is the currency code. AUS. So I think Australian dollar, AUD. Yes, Australian dollar, and reporting currency will be USD. Okay, the last company is C005, and this company is in India. So for India, you can also go to recent form, click on the ledger form, and then click on the edit button, and then give it a counting currency will be INR, but reporting currency will be USD. Okay, so there are two more companies also with us, which is the consolidation and the elimination company. So consolidation will happen in US only. Okay, so the both accounting currency and the reporting currency will be USD only. Okay, C006, and over here 5 7. Okay, so description, company name is coming up, add it, then type USD, and there here also you will go with the USD. And second one is the elimination one. So for the elimination one also, it is USD and USD. Now coming to the point is the accounting currency exchange rate. What do you mean by exchange rate? This also we need to define. So let's say for example, what happens whenever you work with multi-currency, okay, you will get two currencies involved. Okay, so let's say for example, you are purchasing Office 365. Okay, Office 365 you are going to purchase. So Office 365 you are going to purchase, they are giving in US dollars. Okay, let's say for example, per month cost is $5. So this $5, how you are going to pay? This $5 you are going to pay by converting it into a particular rate. Okay, that is called exchange rate. Means for $1 to purchase $1, you have to pay somewhere around 83 rupees right now. Okay, so this 83 rupees is actually the for $1 83 is exchange rate. Okay, in D365 how do we manage it? To manage it, we firstly I have shown you the currency, right? And I have entered two currencies. So for each of the currency we should have some exchange rate defined. So this is defined under the currency exchange rate form. Okay, so CUR exchange rate form. So let's go to the currency exchange rate form over here. See, where is this currency exchange rate? So for this, you need to go USD, no currency exchange rate is required, but yes, you have to define one accounting currency exchange rate type. Okay, so these are by default given by the system. What happens in it? So if I right click on it, I will go to the view details form. So whenever there is a arrow button, there is any field where the arrow is given, that means it is linking to somewhere outside. Okay, so in that case, what you need to do, you need to go over here and go to the view details form, and over here you will see the filter. It is right now showing blank, but at the value level it has some values. Okay, so all these values are there. So whenever you go with the view details form, what happens? At the view details form, it will it by default it will show the value which exists in the field. But I'm saying over here no value is coming, right? No value is there. So that's why if I go to the view details form, it will show nothing. Okay, but if you click on the filter, there is a zero. Okay, so when nothing is there, zero is there. So if you reset it, all the exchange rate types will come on that particular form. It is not applicable to only for the form, it is applicable for every data. Okay, so now you go to the exchange rate types. So exchange rate type, we have average exchange rate type, budget exchange rate. So it is nothing but you go to the default global exchange rate and click on the exchange rates. Now here you will see that there are few currency exchange rates already given to you. Okay, EUR, GBP, INR. Okay, so but as per our requirement, you can add also. Okay, so how you will add? So you can click on the new button, and which is not there. GBP to USD is not there. So from currency GBP to currency USD. This is conversion factor 1. We will keep it as 1. I will save it now. So exchange rates are already defined for GBP and USD, it is saying. So let's say where it is. Okay. So this is the GBP USD already defined. Okay, so what we will do, we will check that what is the, let me refresh it once, delete this particular, yeah. So if I go to USD GBP, this entry is already there, means GBP to USD or USD to GBP, one particular pair should be there. So it is updated on 12/1/2013. So last 9 years system has not updated the currency exchange rate. It is by default given the value. Okay, so if you want to do the current value, if you want to take the current exchange rate value, is there a way out? So for that you have to understand there is a particular form called configure exchange rate providers. What I will do, I will click on the configure exchange rate providers. It is asking that the navigation is cancelled. Okay, so let me go from here, general ledger module, then go to the configure exchange rate providers. This can also be asked you in this in the interview in the interview. Okay. Okay, so what I want is I want a particular, okay, why it is giving the errors? Because it is asking for chart of accounts, fiscal calendar. Okay, so these two fields also, let's finish it first, and then we will come on the currency exchange rate. For now, what you understand is whenever you are doing a transaction between two different currencies like AUD to USD, there should be some exchange rate defined in the system. One AUD is equals to how much USD. Then only system will automatically convert. Whenever you do a posting, you are transferring 100,000 bucks to another company, or for petty cash you are doing some transaction. So in that case, to convert this USD currency should be available. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go for the chart of accounts level, and then I will come on the currency exchange rate providers form. Okay, now coming to the chart of accounts, what actually is a chart of accounts? So see, whenever you are working with a chart to this type of organization where there are multiple companies, one minute. Actually, the mouse over here is little bit slow. Let me try another one. Hmm. Let me do one more thing over here, and over here, let's duplicate a tab, delete all the content, and go for the draw. And let's try it out. Yeah, it is a little bit smooth. So here I will show you. Okay, so what I am telling you is I was on chart of accounts. Yes, so how to define a chart of accounts and what actually is chart of accounts? Let's go from here. Okay, so design, oh, there is no draw form. Okay, so chart of accounts, what actually is a chart of accounts? Chart of accounts is actually your where it is actually linked collection of main accounts, you say. Okay, this is exact definition of it. Okay, collection of main accounts. What type of main accounts? So we will have asset, we will have liability, we have equity, we have our expenses, and we will have our revenue. So right now what I will do, I will create a chart of accounts, and this chart of accounts will be linked to your consolidation company, linked to your elimination company, and then your all five companies. So here, what do you understand? What will you ask from your client whenever you are going for consulting purpose, or you are going for a functional consultant? What you will ask? Why the chart of accounts is important? Chart of accounts is important because at the consolidation level, what you will see, what is the asset in 1, what is the asset in 2, what is the asset in 3, 4, and 5, and sum of it. How system will sum. There should be some criteria, right, to sum up to sum up all the chart of accounts. So that's why we prefer to have a shared chart of accounts, okay, which is common between all the companies. For example, with that means for Coke, it is recommended that for Coke, all the 7 legal entities own should have their one common chart of account. But in case, let's say for example, one client doesn't accept it, or it is due to the diversification of business, okay, they want a separate chart of account, that is also possible. Okay, in that case we need to manually configure all the chart of accounts at the consolidation level. Okay, so I will show you what I will do. For example, four these four uh, these four, I will keep a same chart of accounts, but at the fifth level, I will take a separate chart of accounts. Okay, and I will define all these setups over here also. So this is important. Okay, consolidation and elimination. So let's go for the system now. Close it. It is not that much good. Don't save. Hmm. Let's go now. Okay, here also now it is coming smooth only. Okay, so let's define the chart of accounts. So how to define a chart of accounts? I need one form where it should be of home. Okay, so see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, let me duplicate one tab over here. And what I will do, I will go to general ledger, general ledger, and go to chart of accounts, accounts, and over here chart of accounts. I told you right in the starting what is chart of accounts. I told you that chart of accounts is a collection of main accounts. So see how it is a collection of main accounts. See over here, if you need to create a new chart of accounts, so new chart of accounts will be, let's say, COA. Okay, and you can mark it as COA for Coke. Okay, this is the COA. Let's not make the space over here, uh, or let's type simply Coke. Okay, then what we will do, we will type chart of accounts for Coke. Now we will save it. There is a main account masking. I will suggest to enter this value for now. Okay, this suggests that okay, our chart of accounts will have only 6 characters. Okay, because I have added only 6 hash maps. Those who don't know what actually is chart of accounts are not coming from the uh, accounting background, that's okay. You know, as we proceed further, you will be understanding all these concepts as well. So I will save it for now. I'm not adding any main accounts, but I need to add main accounts actually. So let's add that also, as so that I can show you how chart of accounts is a collection of main accounts. So 5 accounts I told you, 5 accounts I am going to create now. So main account is, let's say for example, main account 1001. Okay, how many characters are there? 5, है but I at the masking level how many hash I have made? 6. So see what will happen. So this is my assets. Okay, or I will ask it as current assets. Then there is a main account type which defines that which type of main account it is. It is asset account, liability account, or equity account. I will mark it as asset. Then there is a main account category. This is important for the reporting purpose. Okay, so asset, asset, common stock. Hmm, okay, let's say it is an intangible asset, and that's it, and you save it. It will give you an error that main account have must have 6 characters. I hope now you are getting the point from where this error is coming up. You will click on save button. If I go back from here, you will see that okay, one chart of account is added. Similarly, I will add a liability account also. Okay, here onwards. So normally whenever you will create these type of accounts, it is recommended that asset will come from 1, liability from 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is not a hard and fast rule, but if you manage like this, it will be easier for you to manage the chart of account. Okay, so next I am going to create a 2001, and main account will be, let's say, current liability, and over here we will take it as liability, and main account category will be liability, other current liability. Okay, now save it. Other things are also important over here, but we will come back on it later. Okay, so this is current liability. Two main accounts we have added now. Okay, so these are the two main accounts. One more main account we will add, 3003, 3001. Okay, 3001. Then it will come as equity. Okay, I will come on it later. Means what actually, why we are creating these, but for now have a note of you from where you have to create your chart of accounts. Okay, then main account category is your equity. Where is my equity? Let's do one thing. On the description from here also you can filter out. Okay, I will filter on contains. So contains equity. Apply. The equity is not there. Let's see what can be the specific one. Accounts payable is there, yeah, capital. Okay, so this is the type of equity. Now this is done. So that means we have now three main accounts. So chart of accounts is a collection of main accounts. Main accounts has five types. Okay, one is current asset, asset, liability, equity, and two more I will create over here. 4001, 4001, and it will be of type expense. Okay, what is the main account type? So over here, keep it at expense. The main account type will be expense. Then last we are going to create is 5001, 5001, and expense and then revenue. Okay, so profit and loss, in the profit and loss we will keep it on revenue side, and in the revenue side we will keep it on the revenue. Where is my revenue? Gain and loss? No, no, revenue. This is the one. Okay, why I am telling you, because I will this is required for the few of the reportings. Okay, let's give it revenue. Why? That's why I'm focusing on these part. Now I have saved it. So my chart of account looks to be okay. Now whenever a new current asset come up, let's say for example I'm going to create a bank account. Bank account should be linked with main accounts. Okay, so for that we what I will do, I will come over here and I will type 1002. Okay, and that will be treated as then as my that will be treated as my next current next asset type. Okay, now this chart of accounts you will see over here. If you come over here, the chart of accounts Coke is there now. Okay, save it first. Sometimes it doesn't comes up at the first time. Okay, let me go to the C002, and if I can say, see, this is the Coke came up. Okay, so chart of accounts is a collection of main accounts. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are asking every company to follow this Coke chart of accounts. Okay, so then C004 also chart of accounts as Coke. Okay, now C005, I told you I will prepare a separate chart of account. So in that case, what I will do, this is the standard chart of accounts provided to you. Okay, and it will be available in the standard application also. C005 is an India legal entity, so I will utilize the India chart of accounts over here only. Okay, this is just for example why I am doing like this, because of two reasons. That chart of account should be, if you go to the standard chart of account, system has already given you some chart of accounts over here like this. Then there is a shared chart of accounts which is already given by the system, and it is, and we are using the Indian chart of account. So this is the Indian chart of account. So these are the chart of account. Whenever an entry is coming in the USD, it should come into bank account of USD. Okay, so that's why I'm coming over it, and I'm treating one chart of accounts I will take from the standard application, so that you guys will not be mugging up all the concepts. Okay, you should understand the concept first. Okay, what actually our chart of accounts is. Okay, and at the elimination and consolidation level, I will keep the Coke only. Okay, so you will be able to understand how to do the consolidation part. So Coke, and then here also we are going to take the Coke. Okay, so my chart of accounts is now done. Secondly, I will come on the fiscal calendar. Before that, those who don't know chart of accounts, let me explain one more time. See what happens over here. uh, Control A. Yes, so now let me show you chart of account. What happens whenever we will, let's say for example, uh, the current transaction, you have asked for a class from somewhere. Okay, now what happens over here is they said that okay, the class cost is, let's say for example, uh, let's say the class cost is 100. Okay, so there are two bank accounts, one is student bank account and one is KBS bank account. So what do you think? What transaction will come up? Student bank will be subtracted with 100 and KBS bank will be added with 100. Whenever there is a positive sign, means by default you are seeing that okay, here the entry is getting up or something is adding up. By default, close your eyes and put it as debit. Okay, we call it as DR. Wherever something subtraction is going on, by default take it as credit. One more example I will give. Okay, now Coke company is there, right? Coke wants to start their business. So how they will start? In each country, they will have some C001. Let's say for example, they want to start the organization. First entry will be, means let's say for example there is a stakeholder, okay, and they will input some amount, right? And then only the business can start, right? Initial capital we call it as initial capital. From where this initial capital will come up? Initial capital entry will be like this: equity account to bank account. Okay, so here what will happen? Bank account will be plus by 1 lakh US dollars or 1000 US dollars, and equity account will be subtracted with 1000 US dollars. Okay, that means equity should be credited and bank should be debited. One more example I will give. So let's say for example you did some expenses. Okay, what type of expense? You purchased a license, okay, for D365 finance and operations. Cool. So what they will do, what is the type of entry? So there will be a license cost which is going to be positive, and the bank account from which you are going to pay will be negative. Okay, so let's say for example the D365 cost is 50,000 USD. Okay, so for whole year. Okay, so 50,000 license account will be added and bank account will be subtracted. That means 50,000 is going to be credited and this is going to be debit. I hope till here everything is clear and you are getting the point why chart of accounts is important. So that for example, this particular category, if I take, I should have one main account of license and one main account of bank. That means if I go to the system and if I go to the chart of accounts, you see there is a bank account USD, and if I go below in the revenue, no, in the expense section, you will see that okay, there is a sale of this is revenue account, I think. 4545 is a COGS account, so expense account will be there. See, sales, manufacturing, yeah, selling expense, advertising expense. So that means a traveling expense. If you are going to do a travel, okay, so that travel needs to be booked in the system. What is an ERP system here? ERP system is nothing but a banking system, you can say. Okay, like a bank. What bank do? Bank actually keeps all the ledgers. Okay, for a particular account, it will keep a ledger. Let's say, for example, I started my journey in 2014. Okay, in 2014 I get a Kotak Mahindra bank account, okay, from my company. Now what happens? This account, if you think, if you go to the bank and bank portal and you ask me that okay, I want all my statements from 2014 to 2024, so this is around 10 years. So do you think all these 10 years of me account statement will be there? Yes, it will be there. How they have managed it? They have given me account number. Okay, let's say for example my account number is 221176. Okay, this is my account number provided by the bank. Then my first salary came up, let's say 10k, my salary came up. Then second month salary came up, then there were some expenses. Okay, so all these income and expenses are tracked from 2014 to 2024. Okay, and using this account number, the bank account number is nothing but a ledger account for the bank. Okay, the ledger, or in D365 terms we call it as main account. Okay, Now similarly they will have, let's say for example, 10 lakh customers in India. Okay, so those 10 lakh customers will have different main accounts. So that is the use of the main account when you are creating a main account. Chart of accounts, above it, above the main account, above all the transaction, there is a chart of accounts. Okay, here it is a chart of account which controls everything in D365 finance and operations specifically. Okay, if you go to different business, different ERP system, it will be different. Okay, so overhead, we everything happens under the umbrella of chart of account. That means whenever I will create a report on chart of accounts, I will be able to get the P&L report, profit and loss report, how much profit I will get the balance sheet report, how much is the balance till date, and I will also get few other reports as well, like trial balance, detailed trial balance, all these will be there. So this is the use of chart of account. Okay, now coming to the point is I have to mention few of the over here. Coke, India, Coke. Now it is there. Fiscal calendar. Now I'm coming to the next topic called fiscal calendar. What actually is a fiscal calendar? So see here, fiscal calendar na, there are two types of calendars which we follow. Okay, one is for the purpose of date. Okay, means majorly this starts from 1st of Jan to 31st of December. It has 12 months. 12 months, around 52 weeks, 52 weeks, including Monday to Sunday. Okay, so this is the normal calendar. But what happens in the fiscal calendar? Why fiscal calendar is different? If you come to the India region, it starts from 1st of April to 31st of March. Okay, how they have taken 1st of April, 31st of March, that is a separate topic. Okay, so but depending upon the country, okay, where you are configuring D365 finance and operations, you have to ask from your customer that what is your fiscal calendar. Okay, so fiscal calendar is nothing but division of 12 months, which suggests that from where you want to start. India will start from here. Okay, but US will start from this January to December. Okay, then UK will start from, I think, January to December. Okay, so everywhere we will keep January to December instead of India, then Australia, and then UAE. Okay, so these three will have April to March calendar, but these two will have January to December calendar. For this, what you need to do, you need to come to the fiscal calendar form, and on the fiscal calendar form, create a new fiscal calendar, or it will be two fiscal calendars we have to define. One is from April to March, and second one is from January to December. This suggests the system. This financial year suggests the system that from where you have to start your business, when your reporting is going to be ended, what is your fiscal reporting. Okay, so when you will do year end close. So these are the options you will get once you will configure the fiscal calendar. Okay, so let's go to the fiscal calendar over here. The path for the fiscal calendar is go to the general ledger module and then go to the calendars, and there are two types of calendar. One is fiscal calendar, one is ledger calendar. People can ask you in the interview that what is the difference between fiscal calendar and ledger calendar. So let's see one by one. So one is fiscal calendar. So fiscal calendar, these are the few calendar system has already defined for you. Okay, you can utilize this, and if you see 2025 starts from April to March, and the last one is a closing, which is a 1 day. Okay, the system keeps it by default. Okay, and actually there will be short name, month, quarter, everything is there. There is a opening also. Okay, so opening first of one particular option will be there. Okay, so for opening 1 day and for closing 1 day specifically they will assign. Now to create a new calendar, what you need to do, you will go over here and I will type Coke. Okay, and this I will type Coke APAC. APAC means Asia Pacific region. Okay, Coke APAC. Now it starts from 1st of April 2024 to it will end till March 2025. Okay, so fiscal year name will be 2024, है ना? Instead of this I will type FY Coke FY 2024. Okay, underscore. Okay, so it underscore it only contains 10 digits, so 10 digits are already done, so I will create it. Now Coke APAC, okay, Coke FY 2024 has these many years. Now this is for 2024. Next time after 31st of March, what will happen 2025? You need to come again over here. You need to click on the new button, simply 2026. Name you can copy, okay, and the name is name if you give the fiscal year name, so Coke FY 2025, okay, and then click on the yes create button. So what will happen, it will create one more year for you, okay. So each year this will be a regular activity, and for this activity it will go under the support system, and as a functional consultant you have to perform this activity in your day-to-day life, okay. So now Coke is there. Under the Coke APAC, one more calendar I want, as I told you, Coke, let's say for example this is US, okay, and this is for Coke US, and it starts from 1st of January 31st of this is fine. So Coke US okay, Coke US, and click on the create button. So I have two main periods, which one starts from December, January to December, and second one starts from my April to March. So fiscal calendar C001 US region, fiscal calendar will be Coke US. Second, C002 companies UAE, Coke APAC. Ledger C003, it is UK, Coke US, है ना? Then Coke, this is 4, this is Australia, and the fifth one is Coke APAC. Now, elimination. Fiscal calendar will be, because it is in US, so Coke US, and then ledger calendar will be US. Okay, so this is my whole configuration. Now this particular form is saved for everywhere, okay, and then you save it. Everything is now saved. It is asking the fiscal calendar has been updated. We recommend that you run recalculate ledger. This particular it is asking for ledger period, but it is required when you, it is a new company, so no details are there, so that particular report is not required to run, okay. Now coming to the part of the exchange rate provider, as I told you, I am going to tell you about the exchange rate provider now. So these 4 points, any doubts you have, do let me know. This is a pet interview question you will be asked, okay, if you are giving an interview till 5 years of experience, okay. So accounting currency, reporting currency, chart of accounts, fiscal calendar. Now coming to the part of the exchange rate.
Excuse
Yeah,
me, what's the difference between fiscal calendar and ledger calendar?
correct. Thank you. So fiscal calendar, and then here is the ledger calendar. Let's go to the ledger calendar now. See what happens when I created a calendar of US, and then within the US there is a fiscal year, and within fiscal year if you see there is two companies already coming up for everywhere, and it is saying that okay, there are few access: ledger, tax, bank, customer, vendor, sales order, purchasing. So what happens over here is period is open, okay. So first thing, fiscal calendar only defines the dates, defines the period, okay, from where the first year will start, first month will start, and where it will end. But in case of ledger calendar, it suggests that okay, in a particular calendar month, which two legal entities or whichever legal entities are using the fiscal calendar of US, that will be showing up, and then you have a different modules within the system. So these are the different modules, okay, and in this modules you can update the module access, okay. Please select the legal entity. So let's say for example C001, what I am saying is that okay, application module is text module, and for the text module I want to give access only to my approvers, okay, or to my credit limit adjustment. Okay, so this is the access level. I will come on it. Against each user group you have some users assigned. Okay, in the approvers you have some users, over budget you have some users, so we will come on it later. But for now remember that this is actually this gives you the control. Ledger calendar gives you a further control at the module level, that okay, in the C001, if you want the C001 all the entries should be stopped. So for that you can mark the period or period status to update to on hold. There are there is one more period. Okay. Now no entry can be passed in tax, bank, customer, vendor. No entry can be passed. So there is a open, permanently closed, or on hold. Permanently closed, don't use it, because once it is permanently closed nobody can open it. Okay. So in that case what you do, you will open it. But in short, ledger calendar gives me further feature to be enabled to utilize which particular module can be used within a particular period. Okay, let's say for example, right now we are in 12th of December, we are in period number 12 over here. So for this particular period, user should not be able to post any entry, create any entry in the past dated. Okay, that because what is the reason for it? In accounting, whenever you will work with accounting, date is a very important thing. Okay, why date is a very important thing? Date is a very important thing because nowadays you know that India also has a e-invoice. Okay, e-invoice means on the day when you are creating an invoice for a customer or a vendor, that needs to be reported to GST portal. Okay, and once this GST portal is uploaded, they will give you an IRN number, generated number. Okay, and this IRN number needs to be kept unique in your whole ERP system. Or also if you are taking a printout of it at the time of submission of your GST return, this should be given. That means a entry which is created in means today we are in 16th of December. Okay, and on the 16th of December I don't want any entry to be posted in 1st of April. So in that case, how you will restrict your client that okay, no entry should be passed in April month. Okay, because that is already closed, and if anybody passes one entry, what will happen? System will give different result to different periods. Okay, so that's why we have a dating concept, and in this dating concept you can restrict your further periods. Let's say for example in 11th month I don't want any entry to be posted in my these two accounts. So what I will do, I will update it on hold. Now if I try to post to create any entry or create anything in the system against the November, it will not allow me to post. Okay, so this is the use of ledger calendar, and fiscal calendar is just a financial calendar where you define the calendar start date and the end date. Okay, now coming to the point of the currency exchange rate. Okay, so currency exchange rate, as I told you, what happens in the currency exchange rate? Whenever I want to purchase something from US region, I have to pay them in the dollars. If I am purchasing anything from UK, okay, I need to pay them in pounds. Okay, sterling pounds. So, okay, so this there should be some conversion, but I'm residing in India. Okay, and Indian note is not applicable in US or UK region. Okay, so in that case, what they have decided that okay, there will be a currency exchange rate. Okay, you give us that much currency in your INR, and we will give you this much in your uh, in USD or grade. So for now, US is one US dollar is equals to 83 rupees approximately, and for the UK it is 1 pound is equals to 1 pound is equals to around how much it is, 72 or something. Okay, that we will see. Okay, but now this is the manual way I have told you, and I don't know the exact figure also. In that case, what will happen? System will ask you that you please prepare a currency exchange rate over here. This is the configure exchange rate providers. Okay, so let me go to the currency exchange rate first. I should have shown you over there. So you are to euro to Japanese yen, it is 98. Okay, 98.4. But euro to INR it is 68.71, but this is updated on 2013. What we will do, we will create a import configure exchange rate providers. So there are three exchange rate providers provided by the system. One is the Central Bank of Russian, Central Bank of Europe, and Onda rates. Onda rates provide you one more feature where you can define your own API, and using this API you will be able to update the exchange rate on a particular on a real-time basis. So what I will do, I will use all these two also. Okay, but in this case Central Bank of Russian Federation and Central Bank of Europe gives their own website. Okay, this is their own website. What will happen if you click on it, and I believe I should go over here. See, they have what they have done. They have given us a file, a XML file. Okay. Meanwhile, it will get started. This is the form where you will get all the details in the XML. But in your system, do you need to do this thing? No. In that case, what you can do, you can go to the general ledger module, import currency exchange rates. Okay. So what you will do, you will click on the new button. It will ask that which type of exchange rate type you want to update. I am going to add default global exchange rate, and the currency exchange rate provider will be Central Bank of Europe, and import as of today. If there is any necessary currency pair that you create, okay, override existing exchange rates, no, okay, and rate from the previous date means rate from the previous date also. If there is any previous date rate that you can put up. Now I will click on the OK button. What it will do, it will import the currency exchange rate from the outside world. Okay, so few of the exchange rates they have given, here it is. Okay, see, this is the exchange rate they have added. Okay, European Central Bank, this is cube time is 12 13 12 2024. Okay, on 13 12 2024 USD 1 euro to USD, this is the exchange rate. Okay, so they have now added. Now what we'll do, we will see that what is the impact of it in the system. Okay, let the system be completed first. Now this is completed and all the notifications you will get from here. Okay, operation is completed. 30 new exchange rates were imported. Go to the general ledger module and go to the currency exchange rates, and in the currency exchange rates, let's select the default one. See, now it has taken the latest rate. Okay, and it has prepared view also. But as per our need, it does it have it has created everything. So what we will do, we will filter on it. USD, we want few currencies like USD GBP, UK done, USD INR, this is done. Let's see, it is 2013 only, it has not picked up the latest one. Okay, so what we will do, we will try one more time importing the currency exchange rate using different service provider. So Europe, and then I'm going to take the Central Bank of Russia and click on the OK button. So why it has not taken, why it has not given all the currency? Because the European one, the European bank does not contain the INR, should be updated, but it has not updated. Okay, 89.1910. It should update, but it has not updated. Let's see why. In that case, what you can do, you can ask your technical team to import the currency exchange rate. Okay, or you can manually create your exchange rate also. Hmm. So there are few currency exchange rate as already done. So let's go to the currency exchange rates. Let's go to the USD INR. Where is this USD INR? And here we go with the USD INR. It has not updated. Okay. In that case, what you can do? You can click on the add button. You can click on the start date 16. Now exchange rate we have seen over here, or you can go to the live environment also. The INR is 89.191. Okay, it is in comparison with euro, not the USD one, sorry. So it has updated somewhere. I will tell you where. Let's just a minute. 1 USD equals to how much INR? 1 USD is equals to 84.83. So what we will do, we will go over here, and uh, we will define over here, and you can read. Okay, sorry, 89.83, 83.89. What is this? 84.83. 84, 84.83, 84, 84.83. This is the INR. 84.83 INR for 1 USD you have now defined. So where that is defined, if you go to euro to INR. Okay, so this is the EUR to INR. See, the latest rate has updated. So it depends upon the currency service which you are utilizing. Okay, if that has a today's date, it will take it up. If it doesn't have, then you can add it manually. Okay, now this default, you are saying that whenever AED to USD any exchanges you are doing, you can go to the default, you can define the default. Okay, Control C, Control V, budget exchange rate, done. Then over here we will go to the general ledger, and then here we will go for the ledger, add it, and here we will define the default. We will define the default, save it. Now what we will do, we will go for the another one. This is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Now this is done, default, 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 this is default, default. See, there are some fields are getting added up. Okay, that is the reason why I am doing everything at one stage only. I can configure one company only, okay, and show you the methods and ask you that, okay, other four you only do. But why I am doing it, because of the reason that whenever you see the difference, see, there is a reporting currency exchange rate, budget exchange, TDS import exchange rate. This is in India, it is required, but it is not applicable in C004, which is Australia. And if I go for several further, one way I have seen, see, in the US, the reporting currency exchange rate is also not required. Okay, so yeah, it depends upon the system actually, how localization actually, the address of the company which you are giving. Okay, so at that level, whatever is there, it will show up. Okay, so now we have added all the exchange rates over here. So now this is done, this is done, this is, this is done. Now this is done. Okay, so we have now updated our currency exchange. So after this, but if you will see, the main accounts are still not, you have created the main account, but you are not able to add it. That means there is a particular form called account structure where you have to define the financial dimensions. So tomorrow's when we will come on the same time, we will start with our financial dimension. Okay, so today was our third class, and on 16th of December 2024 we have covered our third class. Okay, so in the third class, what we have seen, we have seen the ledger setup form. This is very important one, and the steps which I have told you, you will, I don't think you will get means a direct way out. Okay, there are few LinkedIn posts where you can get, but I will suggest whatever I have told you, please have a notes of it, step number 1, 2, 3, what we are doing. Okay, it will help you out by the end of the fifth session. Okay, by the end of the fifth session, we will start with entry posting. Okay, how to create the entries, that we will start. Okay, so tomorrow when we will meet, we will study one more very important concept, which is a account structure. Okay, account structure, financial dimensions, and then I will come up with a number sequence form. So this is my key area. Okay, so these three I will tell you tomorrow when we will meet. Thank you. If there is any doubt you have, you can ask me right away. Okay, if not, let's meet tomorrow at the same time and complete our ledger setup form, and then after this we will move to our next topic. The next topic will be account structure, and after the account structure we will move to the general ledger module in depth also. Okay, so thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, bye.